Hey everyone, it's Emily Seagren, Gold Leader and Inner Circle member with Avon. I am coming to you from my husband's computer. As the mom of the family, I feel like I'm always stuck with the oldest stuff, so we get new technology in the house. First, Rob thinks it's for him. The kids immediately take it over, and I use things to death. I don't know why. I need to be a little less frugal with my money and upgrade when needed because my computer is old and it can't keep up with my recording videos. So I might have to take over Rob's computer. Same thing with my car. My car is like falling apart. That is my short-term goal for moving and title, is to treat myself to a better car. So talking about incentives and short-term and long-term goals, let's talk about the RiseUp incentive with Avon. These incentives were what originally motivated me to get into leadership. I was tired of saying, oh, poor me, oh, leadership gets this, we don't get that, that's not fair. Well, life's not fair, and sometimes you have to take charge of the situation. So I found a way of recruiting that I really enjoy. I think you guys all have a gift as well. You just have to figure out what it is. And I know it gets frustrating. We try so many different new things. Sometimes you just have to go with your gut feeling like, yes, this is a marketing activity that is going to work. I need to keep doing it until I see results. I am very stubborn, so it may be the reason that I've gotten as far as I have today with Avon, because I will not give up. And when people tell me I can't, well, guess what? I was the youngest child. My sister was always telling me what to do, my parents telling me what to do. I like to do things myself, I'm stubborn and persistent, and sometimes that's what you need in this business. So use these incentives to get you excited. Campaign 20 through campaign 6 in 2017 is when this incentive is good. Now, who could not use $1,000, $2,500, $7,000? I have an accountability representative partner, I should say, that we talk weekly and just talk about things, and it helps to vent and talk about our ideas and talk about what we're doing. And she kind of had to give me a little kick in the butt today, and that's Ann Canuti. So I have to say thank you to her, because I was having a rough time and complaining about a few things, and she said, I'm just focused on this Rise Up because I'm going to get $2,500. And I'm thinking, man, that $7,000 that I want for executive is already in the back of my mind. So I need to print this out. I'm going to cut out the $7,000 and I'm going to put it on my computer as a daily reminder of why I'm working my tail off. So if you have not started leadership, or you are trying to advance at the ambassador level, your primary focus besides sales should be recruiting. I wish I had $1 for every time someone had asked me, well, Emily, what do you do about those representatives that you've contacted and you remind them and you've given them all your information and they don't want to place an order? Well, my answer to that is you can only do so much. I move on and I keep recruiting. I work with those who are working their business. And you should be focused on the same. Have you ever heard the 80-20 rule, where your top 20% is probably making up 80% of your team sales? So I always try to focus on my top sellers, my top recruiters. Don't worry about those that aren't busting their butts. If you've done everything you can and you're starting to feel like a nag, don't. Move on and put your efforts into recruiting. Again, as an ambassador, you're just starting out in leadership. Maybe you want to start by doing a campaign newsletter to keep your team informed. I'm a big fan of doing webinars. In the very beginning, it feels like you're doing those leadership activities for no reason because you're getting very little feedback, but you still have to stay consistent with that, okay? Look for your top sellers who are selling 150 or more per campaign. Talk to them about the benefits of leadership. Try to get them interested in recruiting with you. It's always more fun when you have a friend. All right, so those are my tips for ambassador. Recruit, recruit, recruit. I can't say it enough. Try to add 3 people per campaign. So in order to have 3 successful ones, you might have to recruit 10 people. So keep recruiting and try to get others interested in leadership. Talk about the incentives, all of the rewards they can earn for doing leadership, and provide them with tools, recruiting tools. Show them how. Maybe you want to mail them out labels with recruiting information. There's so many different ideas that you can do. And maybe you want to do a raffle. Make it your team recruiting week instead of national recruiting week. Leader, silver leader, and gold leader. This is really where you want your team to start building their teams. So you kind of shift your activities so that you're still recruiting, but then you're also helping your leaders and trying to guide them and help them become successful leaders while you're also recruiting. So start, taking some of that time for leadership activities. Maybe you want to go through your incentive reports. Maybe you want to go over your leaders' leadership performance for the previous campaign and what they need to do to advance in title. This is huge money out here, you guys. As a gold leader trying to make it to executive leader, I have $7,000 on the line that I'm going for. So I need to stay excited. I need to get my team excited about this. And it isn't as hard or as frustrating as you have to as some make it. Make it fun. Recruit every campaign. Put it into your daily or weekly routine. All you have to do to make that first level of ambassador is find 3 successful team members. All 4 of you put in a total of $1,000 for a campaign. So that would be a $250 order each. And that is not hard, especially at Christmas time coming up. And then you need 200 in personal sales. So to reach ambassador, you need 200 personal sales, 1,000 in team sales, and you need 3 representatives who you signed up to place an order in a campaign. So that is not too difficult. The second part of the incentive is that you have to maintain for 3 campaigns after that. So for 4 campaigns in a row, you have to qualify at that new leadership level, and you have to be reaching it for the very first time. So again, my advice stands to keep recruiting. Recruit, recruit, recruit. You always want leads in your pipeline. You always want to be working leads, and you always want to be helping your new representatives. There's only so much you can do. So my advice to you is to keep building. You focus on advancing in title, and you focus on helping your team and the money will follow. So who is going to rise up with me? Let's all celebrate with these big bonuses. And anyone on Team Momentum, please reach out if you have any questions or if I can help you earn this incentive. To sign people up on your team, you send them to startavon.com. And your reference code is the last part of your website address. So mine is youravon.com/eSegrin. So I tell people to go to startavon.com and enter code eSegrin to sign up on my team. You can blog, you can promote on social media, you can go out and work events, you can place a label on your book. You can go out tossing and include sample starter sets for people to try out selling Avon. There's so many different ideas out there of what you can do to recruit. Find the one that suits you and let's rise up. Thank you guys. I hope you have a successful fourth quarter and I will talk to you later. Bye.